whittle things down to the final few seconds, but the protocols for Cloud9 to deal with problems yesterday was their biggest strength. If they can put that forward this evening, then they can definitely keep VP on their toes. It's a shot to the group final that's on the line tonight.
Like, subjectively, they've had the best retakes. Objectively, they probably had the most clutches of, like, any team so far we've seen to start the year off. So from the team perspective and individual perspective, there was something to think about after yesterday's game. So we got Virtus.pro playing Human Centipede here up bathrooms, and they have made progress.
Yeah, it's just going to be Axile completely alone and dead because Norbert is on one, and he has been second highest rated player for VP at this event and trying to take over as the second best rifle on this roster, slowly chipping away at that reputation. And it's such a unique story of a player who gets to leave and be given a chance with transparency to reinvent themselves. He won't find anything more than his one, but the players in sight still hold this back. Boomich, great chance here, and just the last couple shots, all he needs to get this evened out. James leans back, finds the head of Boomich, and Electronic with Berettas, time ticking, desperately needed a kit, doesn't have one. This is VP to take T-side pistol.
Yeah, nice try. Great shots from Boomich, who was a standout player yesterday. There was no denying it. You want to watch some great casting in HD, you can download the Blast TV app.
Yes, the app released today.
I tried to review it because it's actually very smooth on day one. And yeah, quick way to watch in 4K, baby.
On mobile.
On mobile.
Get what you need. Hobbit, gonna get the first one, and it is Mir down. Hobbit a little stranded as the door has been blown open, but he's got a teammate to just pinch down in con. So as much as Hobbit feels the pressure, I feel like Flit as well knows he's in a bit of a pickle. Hobbit's gonna go for the escape, and Flit allows him to leave.
Look at Axel just not moving.
There's like pinches on both sides here. You know, at first it was Hobbit, and then it was Flit, and then for a second it was Axile, but he's the one who's able to get himself out of here. Safe boost behind Pillar. Norbert's going to look for the entry. Galil in hand. Can't manage to best the barrels player. We saw some superb rifle work out of Perfecto yesterday.
Ooh, 1v3 by him as well, a Mirage.
He was neat and tidy.
Yeah, Perfecto was just tight. Incredible, man. It was incredible yesterday.
We saw him as the only other player that ended up picking up the AWP for Cloud9. It was only Perfecto on Mirage, and it was only Boomich on Anubis. So Hobbit's retired it for now.
Yeah, I think, could it be Ancient, that Hobbit ops? And then it was Anubis, or sorry, Nuke, it's Boomich again.
Who knows?
And then, but they said there's some new things brewing.
Can't say I've kept track because they claim it's just changing all the time, so I'm just going to go day by day.
And VP don't know either.
Nope, that they don't. They don't know what to do with themselves in this 2v5, so they have decided to call her quits. That's an ump and an AK saved.
And Electronic playing B. Axel playing B. See J-Mob on CT side and show us how it's done.
Oof, getting a little frisky here, Hobbit. Him and Axile.
Oh,
nice grenades.
Are amazing.
Back to back with the frags.
They don't even have to fight anymore, man.
Yep,
those
they're
are
happy
perfect.
to leave. Job's done.
Job done.
And they're out. Electronic in the pregame interview with Banks saying, you know, we know how to counter this style from VP. Ooh, that's,
oh my God,
three.
These nades are so beautiful.
3 for 3. Alexi B.
El Dante.
Alexi B is grinning, inspired by the Cloud9 nade usage here. 3 players tagged for 50 health off 3 separate nades. Will it all be for nothing? Norbert's on the attempt to the entry again. We've got 2 players down in the water, and Norbert finds his. Axile is able to trade it quick. Perfecto sits back in the corner. Heaven player looks to come out through that smoke, but the bomb plant's still going in regardless. And they can lean back on those half HP bars.
2 players smoked out. They'll have to reroute or boost.
Flit has yet to get on the scoreboard, but will be given the boost over top. Eyes on the Heaven player, catches Perfecto, sprays for the second, but it's James to get the first instead. Axile sits up top. His teammates now chucked to the wayside, and that's Norbert cracking open the bomb site with a 2K, and the low HP from those grenades doesn't come back to haunt
Didn't
VP.
matter. 1 HP James. Did not matter. Well, that's the slight injustice of the day. There will probably be more because we're casting Virtus.pro. Who knows what else they're going to get away with? James.
He knows. He's seen it, you know?
Yeah.
And yet every day when it's time to practice, he crawls back into the chamber that is.
We're in Copenhagen, but that is Stockholm Syndrome.
But if it works, you know, I think the beauty of it is that they're willing to lose a round from time to time because of this system, and they still roll with it. You know, it's
like
it's the margin of error. They accept it.
They lose in undignified ways, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, they'll lose a round, and like we kind of like poke fun of them, like dummies, like hit a bomb site.
But the 70% of rounds they win
are really what
they
gets them
embarrass
games.
you.
Yeah,
they embarrass their opponents.
You know, everybody should be okay with laughing at themselves, and I feel like that's a fundamental element of playing this style for VP. You got to be ready to look like a fool. Pistols up close, great flash. Hobbit again comes through, but this time just one electronic. He's who put forth the second. Bomb is down. They've got possession of it. Flit and Norbert are split up. So this is the second time that just a couple pocket pistols have a chance to rob the round away. Last time VP get away by the skin of their teeth. Can they do it once more? Norbert finds timing on the long peek. Flit disengages, but at what cost? 97 damage as he falls away.
It just depends if they want to try to go B. With 20 seconds, though,
they're saving.
Okay, yeah. There was actually a chance for them to try that if they'd like to, but I don't know if there's a con player. So we'll sit back and say, that's a bit of an awkward situation. With X-Ray on, Fame clearly makes that awkward and makes a mistake. He should have either hit completely for the flash or swung completely to clear out that corner of long. But that's X-Ray on. He didn't actually know there were people there. He was so calm, though, so calm.
It takes way more to shake them. They thrive in the chaos. But it is a great chance for Cloud9 not only to get their own money up and running, Boomich now on an AWP, but you've got all the cash of Virtus.pro on the line here in round number 8. Quota secured, though. VP 5 rounds T-side.
Yeah, that's a really good start. No, I mean, this is very impressive considering Cloud9's form.
That op's posted up. Jame on the prowl, but Boomich isn't moving a muscle. Can they walk up right on Boomich? Yeah, what the hell? A gap. Yeah. Axile gets the trade back at least, but now there's a pocket here, a window of opportunity for VP to just capitalize on a man disadvantage in sight. We get the fast move from Perfecto.
All I'm going to say is that would never happen to James.
Or excuse me, Hobbit tries to get up into the bomb site. That is a little disjointedness here that's just going to leave the window wide open for VP to crawl through. Norbert plants bomb, 4 versus 3, and Cloud9, they've got to call this quits. Oof.
That was real tricky. I mean, I don't exactly know where the gap came from right there. Boomich could have been inside of the bathrooms to avoid getting shot, because Axile can't hold Banana by himself with a rifle because an op could be on the other side, so he'll just lose, right? He can periodically spot it. So, again, we're going to see moments like that where it's like, how'd that go down? And it's worth trying to figure it out, but at the same time, you just know that James never going to get caught off like that.
Nope.
In that exact same position.
And if somebody on James' team would let him down, and let something like that happen,
yeah, it's like
there'd be a
sense
price
of
to
timing, you know,
to talk about. So nice to see him topping the charts for C9 as this CT side continues to try and fight. 5 rounds, best case scenario. At least they've got guns back in. And we've got a solo Fame setup here towards Playgrounds. It's pretty quick through connector. VP could end up compromising this backline of the CT push. Fame hears it coming. He'll catch Axile, and sure enough, they find Boomich on the fallback. So Hobbit's gonna have to go massive, and he gets caught out. Just individually, 1, 2, 3, just like that, VP 5v2.
They just make it too difficult. How is that?
I mean, you walked into the trap.
They wanted an A play right there. They had 3 CTs ready to punish an A default, and yet they didn't come up with a single kill. And look at this. VP are going to make it as hard as possible. They'll run into the remaining 2 players.
How kind of them to give Cloud9 a chance. Electronic will, if you give him an opportunity, Perfecto peeks out, can't manage a second, so it's all Electronic. They know where he's at, and Flit will find the last frag. The 5-round lead's been posted.
They're just too different.
Some call him Father Time.
They just made Cloud9 look like a bad team this half.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I mean, Cloud9 trying to make a play, right?
Yeah.
Looking to be inspired. Eesh, missed shot from Boomich. MP9, though, has a chance to exit into short. We've got support inside connector. Flit, this is a pretty important fight. He's going to win it straight up. Doesn't even have to commit to the doorway. Can just keep Hobbit stuck between 2. Not that they know it. Hobbit's got something going, but he doesn't waste any time. Doesn't let things get weird. He continues to try to press out versus Flit, who's decided to go back up and around on ladder. Minute to the clock. As things cool off, Norbert's caught out by Hobbit, and he's looking to put forth his best round of this map. He got man advantage back to the hands of Cloud9, and he got Flit down to 50 HP.
Ooh, what's the interesting play that they can make here? I mean, I don't know if... I mean, James not going to leave, so they're going to use Flit, I think, to walk in, maybe get a kill, and also flank, I guess, is the idea.
I mean,
you could try to draw 2 players towards him, but James still ending B.
The writing's on the wall. We saw it yesterday. James 1v3 in the 12th round of their T side on Overpass.
Oh, he actually... Oh, no, okay. Now there's no way.
He's got a chance to do it again. When James has to go for the clutch,
I don't think
that's
Cloud9
when you get them.
have a single op kill this half.
Perfecto. Missed shot. The Tech9 charges him down. There's no support here yet. He needs the frag. He'll get it. He's got the cover from heaven. He peeks with the op in place. He can go for the plant, but he chooses to go first into the fight. Every time he has a chance, he does this. Hobbit's got him pinned, but he has just the right utility to get out. And a missed flick is all that keeps them in it. Hobbit's best round posts Cloud9. 1 more on the end of the half. 4 is all they'll get.
They were just getting shot in the side of the head.
Just $4,700 decoys.
And then we switch over, and James gets to James gets to show us how it's done.
Yeah.
Okay, the op on CT overpass.
Again, we just
What
didn't.
the hell was he doing? Just scratching his shoulder on the wall? No,
Doing
he was
some
listening.
James
He was
stuff.
listening. He was listening. He was listening.
You sure?
He's always listening.
You just give me goosebumps, dude. I just feel like he's right by. I turned around. Ah. James is everywhere at all times. But he gets gushed from a distance, so he'll be sat on this A site. Pretty much alone. He's got a dumpster player to help him out. We get the, what was that, a decoy over the roof of the building? Meta.
Mm-hmm. They're cheap. Henry and Andrew's talking about that as well.
Yep.
Andrew's proposing everyone gets a decoy for free. It was a very dangerous statement, I think.
Dual Berettas on this position could go huge. Norbert lets him rip. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
2 headshots in the end.
Right
Total
up.
shutdown. Absolute, unarguably canceled out of round 13. That was 4 players charging into the bomb site. They didn't even get a frag. Fame took the brunt of the damage. Mir will be chipped away at. Perfecto, I think you call it quits here, buddy. Go save that Kevlar, because best case, you get a bomb plant with 4 players looming around. Not feeling likely. Softens up another. Kills James in the distance. Norbert lets him know what's about to happen. Them Berettas looking hungry. But he better die before the time expires. 2 kills. All right.
You know
Get
what?
you can.
I'm going to agree with you about the Norbert.
Generational wealth for Norbert and his family.
I'll never bet on my own death.
I'm never gonna die. Father Time comes for us all.
I've been doing a lot of cardio lately.
James will come knocking. If you heard a knock at the door, you look through the peephole and it was James, would you answer?
I would scream.
You can pretend like you're not home, but he knows.
Yeah, that's the thing.
C9 have a very open route towards this A site, but because VP didn't get the rush they had stacked B for, again, internal timing of Virtus.pro is usually to a T. We're going to get the run around bathrooms. Easy pickup for Fame. Axile's got nothing to offer here. Players stranded out in the open, so slowly but surely, 3 players fall. And the lesser weapons of Cloud9 will not be enough to keep VP off at 12. We really do have to have a conversation about Virtus.pro being the best Overpass team in the world.
They have had some really great maps, and I think in the terms of modern meta, they've actually brought CT setups other people use more than I've seen from other teams. I haven't seen them really permeate into the meta in the same way.
One for Electronic, all they'll get. This is a golden opportunity for Virtus.pro. He's the only guy I know that carries a Game Boy Advance in his pocket. 35, by the way.
It's 33 health, actually.
Oh. Well, that's enough for Flit. VP just 4 steps ahead of the game every single time. Look at Cloud9. They're scared, Mo. They know they've been outclassed on this map. They have categorically lost this game. They've got no big op presence from Boomich, who actually is about to end this map 2-12 or 13.
Yeah, bad go of it from Boomich, who was so good yesterday. But yeah, this is a team thing. You know, this is a team thing for sure. I mean, him not being able to op is something that lost them rounds on this map. So I think that they deserve to be criticized for this whole op thing until it changes, unless they fix it, obviously. I mean, then they could laugh at everybody else if it works. But betting on this is definitely a losing game. Oh, unfortunate there for Perfecto.
Right, like all these things have just gone so well for VP. We've got Flit, Fame, and James at the top of the board. That trio, in and of itself, can win games. And when Norbert and Mir have done such a good job at either offering frags or not dying, there has been not a single opportunity for Cloud9 to make this game competitive. 13-4, a dismantle. But Virtus.pro, I feel like, have shown up here in Copenhagen and are wasting no time on their run to London. So let's find out. It's a spot in the group final. Ooh, on the line. Perfecto goes 1 for 1 on the USP.
That was beautiful.
See you, Norbert.
Barely any decibels in this round. Just one silent USP shot to the dome.
But of course, in classic VP fashion, no one panics. No one gets crazy. And James got a sea of utility here to set this one up. Double frag grenades as well. Curious where that ends up going. Possibly for a post plant. Flash to jail. Nobody else taking off the play. Boomich and Hobbit, though, given great chances to take fights on the left side of Obelisk. They know Flit's over on jail, so he's just going to try to go for the bomb plant. A little consolation prize, considering this pistol's not going the best for VP. We talked about their retakes, and this is a 5v3. So all should be good for Cloud9. Should be. Frag grenades have been thrown out, softened up CTs. Split's gonna connect to the first one. Mir has his second. This would be a 3v5 in the post plant. And Jane connects through smoke on Boomich. Now he starts to deal more damage, but Perfecto is sticking this 10-second down to now 3. He got the support.
Oh, you can almost see a Perfecto 10-second stick. He gets it, and another kill.
Did we just teleport?
That's yeah, that was a rift, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. It's James, when James around,
back
man.
to a VP highlight. Like how'd that work? Is it's
the time wizard?
So the quantum particles are just under VP's control. They can spin them up or spin them down, whatever they want. versus this buy up. Oh, they'll make some more magic happen. That's a great flash. And Electronic gets caught in transit.
We got Axile in the corner jumping out to help, but Boomich got the job done. It's losing camera and the A site that causes a problem. Oh, Perfecto looks so clean in the pistol, but dies out to Norbert. As bomb will not be denied. Norbert's got a little control.
They still have one so late on bridge.
Caught. Nicely done by Axile.
This Hobbit right here. Oh,
Flick gets the headshot. Good control of the Galil. So now Boomich on 20 HP is not ideal, but he will still bring one with him. We've got James down to 6 health, sitting on the site.
Wait,
Flick needs to be
here?
supportive, and James just doing a great job of getting away, but he can't run forever. Such little health on both these players. You know Flick could end them. And it's Axile with the kit, down to 2 seconds. Flit's got a swing, gets the diffuser off, but it can be picked back up, and there's still enough time. Boomich was dodging bullets that entire retake, and it comes out better for Cloud9.
I think that was a good play because they made that difficult for Cloud9 to try to figure out, but what do we get? 2 retakes to kick off Anubis. Just like yesterday, Cloud9 are winning very difficult rounds, and now versus arguably a more difficult opponent. Maybe they have a way to capture sand from the Time Wizard.
Can't do it. Norbert on the assault. Ooh, Perfecto. Back-to-back rounds going down with nothing. How crazy does Hobbit want to get? Oof. Molotov's well placed. That'll deny Mir's bomb plant and a push out from Temple, but it's a one and done from Axile. There is still that problematic Dark player in Hobbit. They could just throw the bomb over, but they choose to cross. A critical mistake. Fame exposed to Hobbit now. No more smoke for him to really work with. He's got his own.
To stay alive, not die in this spot, because they can all plant for his position. I don't know. He's being pretty active.
Stuck in the corner. Electronic presses up along the wall, and Electronic even gets Norbert off the bomb plant. 1-2, just like that. From a 3v3 to a 1v3, and then they smoke off James. Holy hell, Cloud9, it's not a retake, but they've managed to just push VP back out of the site.
That's the thing, that even when it's not a retake officially because they don't have the bomb down. We saw Cloud9, remember on Mirage? They were also sort of starting the retake before the plant would go off. I mean, when the site was decided, when the bomb was in the site, they said, all right, let's keep applying pressure. They did such a good job of that. They made it so that even VP couldn't figure out how to plant this bomb. And it started off actually by trying to thin down the material. Just saying, let's send Axile out on a mercenary mission with a flashbang. If he goes 1 for 1, well, it does weaken the retake, but it also weakens the post plant. And so it also delays for time. It also sort of makes you wonder, what are they going to do next? Forest Rock, yeah, it's got holes in it.
Speaking of pores,
you can like scrub yourself with it, right?
Yeah, in the sauna, actually.
So, okay, what's yours?
None of your business.
Okay.
Limestone. Because we're on Anubis.
Well, you said rock, not stone, so.
Ooh, not today, buddy. Is that a little... I mean, it's confident. Axile trying to get aggressive. You're up 6-0. I guess you want to kind of keep up the pressure that has gotten you this far. But this is one of those moments where VP were just very content to wait. You know, you're making a move at a minute 20. VP still haven't finished their breakfast at a minute 20. Good Molotov placement. That'll force Flit off his preferred spot. And again, feels like Dark is kind of closed for the time being. Another one. But Flit will patiently wait. Do C9 feel the need?
They're making so much activity. I think that op shot had to go in because now they know that it's... Wait a second. Okay, never mind. I thought, wait, what?
What is happening?
How did they all rotate A? They just
give up?
It wasn't Jane with the op, so they didn't know, or sorry, with the bombs. They didn't, that's crazy. They just what just happened?
I don't really know. I don't understand.
I thought they would be positive that it was going to be the B site. I didn't even understand how the snap call works so well. I need a replay because I just don't understand what the clue was there. Like, that to me was like, all right, it's too late. That shot missed. It's time to stack B and VP. They got 15 seconds. They got to break through 3 players or something. This is crazy.
That's what happens when you play.
This is next
game.
level mind games on yourself. This is psyching yourself out. There must have been something though, right? Like,
I just don't understand what.
yeah, I guess the only thing is they're down a player, so they might have gamble stacked because they just weren't sure. I just don't know.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, worst case, save 4. Everybody's already got $9,000. Cloud9 are in a great place to just keep the round wins coming. But yeah,
that was
one,
an aberration. I really have no idea what just happened there.
bizarre.
Never do with these guys. And that's all we're allowed to know. We're not allowed to know more than that. All we know is that VP got their first round.
Okay.
You better believe they're going to get it somehow.
Weird one. Although I'm not inspired, I don't feel like they did anything special to earn
I
that.
hope you're impressed.
I almost feel like it was kind of just given to
They didn't
them.
even have to kill anyone, really.
C9 handing out a freebie. Little charity for the Time Wizard. Three players inside of the site. Going for Dark off the flash. Another one. But again, Dark control has just remained in Cloud9's hands round after round. Also, don't forget, last round it was the 5v4 given away by Axile, just going for a solo outer A push. So I feel like Cloud9 will retract a little bit.
How are they not playing mid at all? Oh, no, they've got at least electronic spotting camera with it.
Yeah.
A stack, but they're playing a very, very passive setup that they're going to get split on the weaker site now because they're gambling A again.
And Electronic has been out by the doors a couple of times.
They should be playing for info this round. I think this is a very strange thing to do for Cloud9. It's as if they're losing or they have an economic problem, but they have an op and they...
And that A site's not moving, man.
Yeah, they're playing without mid even though they didn't really get pushed out of it. So
Boomich is going to have to do it, but Flashbang's fantastic from Fame. Hobbit's going to have to go above and beyond as his teammates try to scramble over. Jail Peak gets through. Just like that, Virtus.pro back-to-back round wins on the B site. It's
that
almost
was
like
not confident looking round.
it's like the trickle-down effect of being 6-0 up on Virtus.pro. You know, you do start to psych yourself out.
Yeah.
And we've seen some pretty active mid-round moments from Cloud9, but these last 2 rounds were just off the mark. And this one had no activity whatsoever.
It's just you're just getting scared because things are going too well. Like,
yeah. Hey man,
like
a lot
as
of
if there's cosmic karma.
not everyone can handle success.
Yeah. So, well, Cloud9, hopefully some of these guys definitely have seen it. A lot of it, to be honest. But not together, so that's the point.
And not versus VP.
Not versus VP, yeah. There's just no one there.
This isn't a one-man job. There we go. He's going to window.
So at least if it's an A split, you have a third guy. But at least if it's a B split, you've got a third guy.
Yep.
And maybe you can even full flank if no one actually pushes, because they haven't been.
And if either site feels squeezed, you've just got an open avenue to rotate. But Hobbit just gets blasted by Flit. Finally, an easy entry frag going the way of Virtus.pro out from Dark. Felt like that was shut down early. Electronic presses across the bridge, catching Mir and Jane, who dinks him with the pistol and bests him with it. A P250 frag coming out of Virtus.pro's captain for man advantage, and a great chance to squeeze this B site for all it's worth. But there's a minute, and VP don't play in a rush. They get the second to last smoke out of him.
It's time for Boomich to step it up if he's going to be picking up this op, because he has been all half. And now the fight is coming to him.
Flit on an off angle is going to be ahead of this. But if they can both get into Dark, and we praise the retakes. Oh, but Boomich just got blasted.
Yeah.
And now Perfecto's going to get pinched soon enough. But Flit is a little delayed, so he can spray down Jame. But Jame just doing a good job of getting the crosshair as far from the center line as possible. Sacrifices himself for the greater good. And VP now stringing 4 in a row. Unless Axile takes this chance. I was sat here talking about all the money that Cloud9 have to work with, and Hobbit still has 7,000, but this M4 save feels tantalizing, so he'll call it quits, and that is indeed 4 straight. That 6-0 start was flawless.
Didn't even make sense, how the way it began, and the way they've just like put all these rounds together. I mean, it might be genius level stuff that they're tricking Cloud9 into, like, you know, making bad decisions, but
I mean, I would say they were tricking them if VP were doing something.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't feel like
that's the thing. The messages might be too subtle to notice from the top down. That like there's something about the way VP play that Cloud9 are expecting. They're not doing it, so they're misreading. I don't know, but what we can.
Yeah, I mean, the AWP is just the one weapon that had the biggest mechanical change from CS:GO to CS2. No shock that when the game was released, everybody thought the gun was dead.
I 100% agree. There's something a little weird with it still, whatever that thing is. But James is here. He's been doing great in CS2 as an op.
Hey, man. Adapt or die.
Yeah, adapt or die. Sink or swim.
Fight or flight. And they choose to fall back from the dark room. This is a position of the map that Cloud9 were dominating when they were winning rounds. Hobbit was doing a bang-up job of making sure the B splits were neutered. And you can still feel that Cloud9 want to fight for it, but they've just been on the receiving end of a few Flit headshots. He's ramped his score line up. He may have his hands full in a moment here. Boomich going to come out to clear it. Flit reacts fast enough, and Fame's got him covered. From downtown, we've got a 5v3 posted from VP. A total recovery of this Anubis T side from 6-0 to potentially 6-all. Counter-terrorists down to a smoke and a frag grenade. No A presence whatsoever. And Fame's going to figure that out here at a critical 30-second timing. But bomb's still outside B. They'll find the window push. There's a second player there in Axile. Mir is just nasty with it.
Nice.
You know, Mir can sit at the bottom of the scoreboard for Virtus.pro more often than not.
Yeah.
But then every once in a while, you're reminded, hold on, though. Perfecto, close enough to cause problems. First one's for free. Bomb's still yet to cross. Norbert's got it. All is good. So sure enough, 6 rounds straight out of Virtus.pro. Feuded, but 6 rounds is 6 rounds. And they will be your GG Bet odds favorites heading into this one. It is 7 rounds from victory in a best-of-3 win over Cloud9 to lock in the first spot at the group finals at the Blast Spring Groups 2024 Group D.
See you there.
In a few days, as we are just cranking out the Counter-Strike at the start of 2024.
Yeah, it's very nice to get an establishing shot of everybody's form.
It's my favorite thing about groups.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's not the most cutthroat format, as this victory here still doesn't qualify you for London.
At the beginning of the year.
Yeah, everybody, you know, we got a couple second chances. I just want, you know, we want to get a finger on the pulse. And it's an accelerated schedule, so we're not wasting any time.
When we see roster moves, so
a little unfortunate we get that Donk and Spirit. But
oh man,
we will see them at the showdown.
The reason I came here, I won't lie.
We'll see them at the showdown. Cloud9 walk it out mid. This is a crazy pistol setup, dude. 4 players of Virtus.pro inside of the B site. If this ends up working, if this mid split comes to B,
walking into 4,
and there are 4 players in the site, why would Cloud9 expect this? How could you expect these players to all be in position and ready for your split? Perfecto catches one to keep it even. Dark player's going to be essential, but you've got Flit in a clutch with Perfecto facing him. Ooh, it comes down to the wire, but C9 battled good.
Yes.
We shall see.
Doesn't mean we can't be frustrated about the way in which VP made that comeback, but I mean, they did their job.
Oof, big nade damage on Boomich. Poor guy, down to 46. But Mir may be caught off by Electronic already crossing to the doors. Things slow down. Now it feels like anything's possible. But he's just keeping his head tucked. Axel trying to set up this A split. Electronic sees the player on camera. That could be such a good thing for Mir, as it sets the expectation for Electronic, and nah, he got a glimpse of that. Mir pays the price.
A little extra.
Nades going all over the place, man. Everybody damaged by the frag grenade so far. Look at the HP across the board. 3 of these players on 61 health. Here we go, gearing up quickly. Really just extending into the B site on a moment's notice. They clumped up pretty rapidly, but they're also losing bodies just as fast. James clearing Hobbit off the play. 5v3 in the post plant. We praise Cloud9's retakes. Let's see if they can hold on for dear life. Mir, instant headshot to Electronic. Galil for Axile's not ideal, but him and Perfecto both making it work. Low HP.
Oh, yeah.
This would be the 1v4. Axile, so close. But Jane makes the difference, as he does. And the 9th round's added to the board.
Yeah, we were watching him kick it up a gear, but there was no real way to close that out with how close all of those CTs were. Excuse me. Forgot which side we were on. Nice try for Axel. Didn't say hi to her, or didn't want to take a photo with her.
The audacity.
I can only assume Dasan saw that news and thought, well, I don't want that to be me. Yeah, that's recent world news, by the way. That just happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, how'd I miss out? Easy pickup for Flit there. Poor Hobbit didn't think that peek was coming, but you know, sometimes this is the beauty of VP now being against 11 round wins. When you start to force VP's hands, the more active decisions, the nothing to lose Virtus.pro is a scary one.
See, this passive setup is so much better than Cloud9. So we have the op on camera holding in through mid, and not actually leaving camera either.
Easy jump back for Norby. Another enjoyer. Or James just makes him use it. They'll get into dark, but there's no real follow-through off the back of this. Smoke for Temple over the top, but met by more and more utility. CTs, they've got a smoke here still on the B site in Norbert. I'd assume that's going to go down now at the 30-second mark. And the A players on high alert now. They can definitely afford to scramble over. VP getting ahead of this execute by smoking off B, taking into dark, and another molly outside of the A site. This is going to be a desperate attempt from Cloud9 to try and push through this A play. Stack does get into position in time. Let's see if Cloud9 can chew through it. Smoke on Heaven's one thing. James still has his angle, 7 seconds, and all the supports inbound. Excellent hold, rock solid. Virtus.pro give him nothing.
Yeah, and that's Cloud9.
C9 got plenty of guns though, so it's just foolish to ever assume that the game is over before VP have 13 against them. Truly one of the teams that believes every single time. Presence all across the map. Virtus.pro been playing pretty active. We saw Flip peek out from dark last round to get man advantage. And if Cloud9 slow things down and just hold extremities, a real chance VP end up getting split. But they're also not playing middle this round.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world if they can make something of it. 3-man stack at B right now. Going to use util in response to the execute. The bomb is sitting outside of A, though. This is all a ruse. A bit of a gimmick, but one that comes with commitment, and Norbert an opening kill. Flit stopping all this in its tracks. Fame goes deep, out A main, spotting the bomb on Boomich. James is still here as well, but the flash is great. Boomich can at least put down that bomb. Try to make the most of a bad situation as everything fell towards the B site. I think Mir got a glimpse of him. But at least that does slow down Flit as well towards middle. It's 2 separate 2 versus 1s. Perfecto, a critical kill. If Boomich can catch the next one, then Cloud9 still have a chance in his 2 versus 4. It's a peek out from Heaven. He slides back, shaving Norbert off the retake, and Boomich gonna stay close on the smoke, playing with the rifle, pushing forward off of the tap of the bomb. Jane gets his back. Flit comes in. Perfecto anchoring long, dies as Flit's double headshots just enough to keep VP in this.
And that's resolve right there. There's more than one thing that goes wrong, and VP still win it. That was Perfecto coming back to bridge after getting spotted by Mir, and that information was given blindly. It's not so much of a stack if you're op and a rifler are supplanting what would be 3 players if you wanted it to be.
Boomich coming through fast. Good entry, but Mir's gonna burn him from beyond the grave.
Yeah, that costs.
Jame looking to hold camera, but it's not gonna happen, not fast enough. Fame's in a world of hurt here. At least the A split doesn't come through. Damage on both. Doesn't catch the headshots though, so Electronic and Hobbit still with some health to work. Bomb's gonna be going down, no doubt.
Lots of utility left here for the CT side.
No mid-anchor at all to keep Flit out of the equation. CT's wasting no time to press out from the storage closet, and Norbert gets caught. Molotov also shaving Flit off the initial retake. This is man advantage despite low health on the players in the site. Axile could end up being the end-all of VP in round 21. Flit gets caught out by Hobbit. Low health doesn't matter. Fame almost holds them back, but that little bit of HP that both those players have gets Cloud9 to 12.
Yeah, Fame definitely played that well. I liked everything about the setup once again, but Cloud9's trade frags were so good. Electronic hit a hard shot. I feel like he was being held right over the top of default, and he'll still put a perfect one-bullet headshot together when they needed it, so.
It's going to keep C9 comfortably in the lead for now. 3 to go. 3 chances to push this series to Inferno.
Oh, that'll be fun. See Inferno. We haven't seen it almost at all.
No, I've been looking forward to this series all day. What risks can VP afford to take at this point? Ooh. Honestly, an active A flank could be really good, but they see that smoke and decide not to. But if they're not careful, those 3 players on A are going to have nothing to do with this hold. Norbert has had a quiet game in comparison to his stats at group so far. Smoke goes down when it needs to. Again, no mid information, so Virtus.pro, they are banking on these 2 B defenders to do something spectacular. It will demand a hold from them, and they are going to go for the boost, but that would have been heard from the Dark players. They dismantle, they're completely smoked off. They've got no angles, nothing to do unless a wall bang. Nah, it's a little off the mark. That second shot's almost there as well. But Fame is hot on the heels. They do push around through A, flanking the river and getting a 5v3 retake good to go. Boomich, Axile, even it right back out. But Flit, he's the second flank, and he'll find Boomich head turned. Second frag is his. And Perfecto, we saw him try to close out 1v2 a couple rounds ago. Smoke on the bomb. Frag beyond. First fight shut down. Flit's dead. Mir's desperate. He's on the stick. There's a body in front of him, and James gonna give him the cover he needs. Double digits both sides.
Okay, so they breach it into 10 rounds. That's a beautiful round out of Fame and inside of E-Box. And even if they didn't know a second player was coming, playing from E-Box was also an option. But I think maybe the bomb wasn't planted for it, so that's why they decided not to go inside.
Ooh, hold on. We saw what happened last time Cloud9 cranked the tempo. That fast mid play into the A split, net them their 12th win. They get turned away. Jame given an angle, but has to forfeit it. Goes back in. Ooh, dangerous game from Jame.
I don't think he saw anything.
They are up close and personal.
There could be timing, but they respect him. Baskets push. Still a full default here. Bomb dropped. Or sorry, bomb on Hobbit going
Fame's
towards
fast.
B.
Fame's fast on the flank. That's 2 players back turned in the river. A third, maybe. He disengages, and this is problematic. Cloud9 know they're compromised. They've got time. They've got time.
They don't have time to spread the map again, though.
They're going to try to get in. Still all the original defenders in position. Jame just getting out of dodge as the smoke fades, catches Axile. They'll put themselves in a post plant again. At the very least, looking to just hang on for dear life. Hobbit, great headshot. Mir gets clipped over the side of the obelisk. He's going to extend, doesn't get a second. James had enough. All that's left is this long control for Cloud9.
You see the peel back. Perfecto fighting with confidence.
Norbert ready to get this one going. They could boost over the smoke. That's something to work with, but there's also another smoke for Flit to put on top of Bomb. Good lineup. They try to open the smoke, but it doesn't work. 3 kills! Electronic and Perfecto. They've got it in the end! A post-plant with no vision. They may have played it weird.
Also, was that when we talked about the Dream Team, ended with 3 players from VP.
Yeah, true. Yeah. James loves to get a little weird on Inferno. I've seen James crush souls on Inferno. Single-handedly destroyed Movistar Riders on that B site, yes sir. The clock is the friend of Inferno. And James is Mr. Chronological. Little mid push. Scares Cloud9 for the second. They've got to make sure that's all clear before they decide to go any which way. Sure enough, both teams retreat in a 5v5. Yeah, make sure he's not down in underground. You never know where the pesky CTs get off to. VP afforded the A stack, 4 players here with James in the center of the universe on the site itself. Cloud9 just decided they're not going to waste any more time. It's just the flood. 5 forward between short and apartments. Stack in the right position for Virtus.pro. This is back-to-back CT pistol rounds where they have the right pieces in place. It's an empty gun for Electronic. He's desperate. But just like back on Anubis, they stack the right site before Cloud9 commit. So 2 of those SMGs
I think so, Blast TV. Cloud9 are going to just run away with this.
Who walks away with it? No one's running.
I think Virtus.pro win this map, but...
Let's find out.
I can't see the future, man. I think the odds are very, very reasonable. Very reasonable.
Have to make sure the individual levels don't fall off. Cold start for a few of these Cloud9 players. Although only 2 rounds deep. What is this, dude? Where's the B defense at?
It's definitely a good time to go here. There's only also those UMPs that are coming in. So smoke comes down, but Cloud9 will be going through this in a second.
I mean, they're going to walk into a completely open site. What is this?
Okay. I mean, James already pushed through Hall, so now they're all going to start rotating. But... Fame's saying retake, they're running in. Smoke's about to expire. I think they got like 7 more seconds on this.
And Norbert's the 4th player to come through CT, so that Molotov's going to be a little late, but because of the hesitations of Cloud9, I mean, they could have hit this 10 seconds ago.
The smoke.
Boosted up. Flashbangs are fantastic. Molly lands. Oh, it's kind of ugly. Boomich has to plant. 5 seconds left. Flit charges him down, but he's behind the pillar of the fountain, so he'll get away with plant. And a smoke out of the tees. Ooh, that got crazy.
Yeah, Boomich is low. Round is not over.
Norbert's got the kit. Playing out from Coffin, waiting for James to slowly work his way up Banana. Norbert worried that maybe he's getting flanked, but they're both right here, ready to hold him. Instant headshot comes out from Axile. Beautifully done. That's enough to turn James away. A frantic moment on the front of that site. If the ump spray was any better.
He can get them both killed, so he's going to chill for a second. I don't know if he times to swing properly. Oh, yeah. I don't know if he gets a gun here. Boomich is good to go. James with that UMP. Yeah, I mean, they fully...
T's smoke it out themselves. And then start to press closer to the A site. For the first time, this A site's finally not stacked.
And they have seen Banana now. Cloud9 are hoping that they don't play for it early. So this might work out well for James. We'll see.
Flit also doesn't rotate over, so it's still just 3 on A. They come through the smoke. Mir's going to get nothing done. Oh, damn, dude. This setup's compromised. At least the Moto smoke's down. But James going to feel this pinch coming through, and a missed shot could spell disaster for him and the defense. He still manages to recover with 1, but everybody else from C9 punctures through into the site with the plant. And those B defenders who were a little hesitant to retake or rotate even after seeing Banana was open. They kind of lingered around in the construction for a bit.
There's that. I think also round's kind of done if Mir doesn't, you know, do anything right there. Like that was such an like I don't like to zone in too much on like individual decision making, like how he wanted to take that gunfight, but that had to be the worst option for what information he had. He was in a position to peek after the flash as soon as he heard it. He was in a position to fall back early if he knew that they were going to pop through the smoke if he didn't want to fight. And he was in a position to get to like library or use utility instead of fighting. And instead he just stood in the archway, listened to the flash, and let 3 people swing on him.
And died. After what was a pretty inspired flank, making sure the post plant gets nothing to be proud of. Round 9.
Once again, 4-1 versus the A hit. This is what you want as a CT.
Oh, those dinks. Even as Mir's blinded, you just hear them. You just hear those dinks racking up like a slot machine paying out. Damage at an all-time high towards Pit and a smoke in front of him. Sorry, Hobbit, your luck's just run out.
What was the slot machine called? Barry's Belly Busters or something?
Lucky Larry's Lobster Mania, baby.
Right, yeah.
That's a classic. Larry's treated me well over the years.
First time in Vegas like 3 months ago.
Dude, me and I get to, so we go to the esports awards. I meet up with Maui Snake before you got to the city.
Yeah.
And me and Maui go out for dinner. And then he's showing me down the strip. You know, he takes me to the Luxor, takes me to Caesar's Palace after we walk by, you know, kind of the strip and whatnot. Having a good time. And we're walking through the sea of slot machines. And back in my younger days, I used to hit up Lucky Larry's Lobster Mania after waiting tables.
Oh, it's not a Vegas slot machine.
No.
So
I used to play that back in my hometown.
Okay.
Back at Johnny C's.
Okay.
There's one slot machine for the whole entire town, and we used to hit that bad boy on a Friday night. Burn through all your tips, all right? I see Lucky Larry's, my first time in Vegas. I say, Maui, hold on. I got to play Larry's. I'm in Vegas. I put in 20 bucks, and in 5 minutes, I was to the 4 of VP. Nothing to be ashamed of, but it is money on the line this time, and they opt not to buy on Axile. Missed shot out of James.
Connor, I think the better team is losing again, and I'm just going to put that out there.
I think the better team is losing.
Again.
Sometimes that happens. Anytime I lose, that's what I tell myself. But they're also only losing for now.
Indeed.
Norbert's looking ready to go. Just got to deal with the Glock.
I will also say, though, I think James, as a caller and an individual, has been standout compared to everyone else. But some of his teammates are not actually making all the best decisions. So there is that sort of weird duality as well.
Anyone you want to throw under the bus?
Mir.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was fast.
So.
Anybody else?
Axel on B on Anubis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Norbert from Pit again. One of the most improved Pit players in the world.
That's true.
Makes it look so easy. That's 2 assists for Norbert, 2 frags for Norbert. This entire round is based on Norbert. Nice shots from Perfecto, and we got great things from him throughout this series. So burning the Pit player alive could have set up a beautiful 1v5, but it's a fast flank to deal with.
Couldn't get through it this time. VP get into the lead. Another half buy mixed, well, a force down, but with 3 MAC-10s. 4 MAC-10s, excuse me. My God, this will be a rush.
Okay.
And it will maybe work.
All right, why not? Little MAC-10 headshot from the gods. Flash here for Mir. He's got him blind, and he picks up the 3rd player on the approach. They will still flood past him as the Molotovs burn towards Coffin, denying a chance for Fame to have stopped it.
Yeah,
frag grenades to just pummel default plant.
They didn't hear it.
But the bomb's not there.
Yeah, so they saved the nades. Not bad.
Flash off the mark. Mir not too bothered by it. Second one comes out. That one's fantastic. Electronic getting it out just in the nick of time, and Hobbit even getting away on 3 HP, 12 health for Perfecto. We've got a player stuck backside. That has to be the anchor that holds this off for Cloud9. His other two teammates dead. Electronic is fighting, thriving, as he gets the second on the cross. But I believe they jump on bomb with Kit. Yes, sir, Norbert, to take that 7th, to give VP a 2-round lead as they will take to the T side.
Oh, imagine there wasn't one more player there for Electronic.
Imagine.
In the molly. That would have been a beautiful clutch. Let's see what the call was.
Oof, so low, behold. Careful. The Molotovs turn him back, so no rush coming through from VP. We get Axile looking to take the helm, and yeah, he's gonna find the wallbang kill to Norbert. Good control, no panic. Costs him half his health, but
It's a sort of a quote-unquote bonus round here for Virtus.pro, so they're down to that 1 AK, the 1 Galil, couple of SMGs.
yeah, that was a Mac 10 that died, so no biggie.
Looking at something, I think, light and fast now.
But that did just enable Cloud9 to go for the 3-player B stack, and Boomich playing in front of the site in the open caught him off a little. Perfecto finds Fame with fire. And VP have a difficult choice to make. Do they just ram their heads against this site and hope that they break through it?
I think their style would be to, like,
Save?
it a little bit, just wiggle around, see what happens, poke it, pretend to take it.
They might just full-blown commit here. And actually, that smoke may make them decide otherwise. No, triple Molotov into the backside, spamming for Little Pit, but they don't find Boomich. So it costs them a little more utility. But again, this is like VP, right? They'll always play to down to 10 seconds. If they get something to pull on, they'll instantly commit. And they opt not to, keeping the Galil, the AK, and the UMP. All they lost were the 2 Mac 10s and every single grenade.
Worth. Nice hold for Cloud9. I mean, just starts off quietly with Axile in the apartments, silent M4 A1S bullets through that window. As he
Crack the code. Another fight for Banana setup. VP's T side thriving. It looks like Norbert can finally climb through the window.
I hate this setup. I've
Why?
seen this setup fail every single time. At best, it's 1 kill.
Yeah, but it's CS2, man. You can shoot between things.
Let's see if it works.
Ow, ow. Just,
I don't want to play anymore.
just gets shredded down to 12 HP.
There's really no counterplay there. You literally got spammed for free, but like after a minute 15.
And what's the op gonna do? Shoot back?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the first time Norbert's finally allowed into the balcony, and look at the impact he has. Without taking a single point of damage, he disassembles the apartment's setup.
That's so good. That's so good.
Flit's happy to charge through that. I love the way they just crack open the smoke and push out. They saw the timing. They've got 2 players in orange. Perfecto knows they're in there.
Yeah, but he heard them. Or they heard him, I should say.
But he still takes Fame out and then jumps back into the smoke. No trade immediately out from Flit. The flashes come over, and there goes Flit in with the double. More damage as well to the cross, but Norbert hasn't committed yet.
They want to think about, Norbert's right, they can't go back to the other side of the map. This is actually the best place to go. Plant can go down. Electronic swings out, doesn't see it quite.
Okay, hanging on for dear life.
That same fountain saves Norbert again, just for an extra second.
Good spam from Hobbit, making sure that he clears the board. We were talking about Mir's shortcomings on the CT side.
And he's going for good cover.
If he wants to put his name up in lights, now's his chance. 1v3 from backside, 2 players tagged up, and Hobbit's not coming in with the kit. So these 2 players on Coffin are soft. And Mir, first one, free. Second player, instant trade. Electronic gets on it. He's got himself a kit as well. All's good. It's Cloud9 7th.
Oh, it wasn't perfect. He actually could have if he got that second kill.
Oh, look at this. Look at this back and forth we've had since round 14.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
7 rounds back and forth. And sprinkled into that is this, off-meta VP buy pattern, which keeps their economy nice and healthy as they move into this one with rifles across the board.
And some money left over.
Yeah.
Right. Tempo round right there. They get the win.
Yeah.
They did it with half buy. And this is why.
Ooh, I did not. I mean, you can't afford to drop that a third time.
Yeah, they're taking just so much damage or just dying in this position. Why wouldn't you keep prodding if you're VP? You're the ones with rounds to play with. You can turn it up and be a bit more aggressive. Hobbit, oh, if he was a little bit deeper on that position, but Norbert was aware of him.
Still has the player in Boiler at least. Electronic stuck in here. Can exit through apps. He has Axile back there with him, but he gets a nice angle out the doorway.
Okay.
Cuts off the front end of the hit. Axile holds his in apps as well, and this one falls flat for VP. They try something different, and they're met by resistance.
Yeah, that's much better. I mean, the A hold is good. I mean, this would take an abject failure by the B side if, you know, a walk-in ends up ruining their day.
Yeah, I see that bomb hiding in the apartment, so...
And Virtus.pro kind of have perfect money to just buy again, so
yep.
Why jeopardize that? So, another round, back and forth, an oscillation here between the T and CT side, but it's the fragility of the CT side economy that is more exposed than anything else.
Nice play from Electronic. Felt like it was pretty important. Axile won his duel as well. Really did shut the door on VP here in round 21. Counter-terrorists win. 8 rounds. But again, James comes through with just the P250, so... it's all right.
Yeah.
4 rifles. It's a little less ridiculous than coming in with 3. They'll get flit all the way back. Boomich looking for that chase, looking for an opening kill. Cloud9 looking to stamp their names across banana control. Wall bang again from Norbert. We've seen him get damage with it, but not this round. CT's very close though. Boomich known to be here, and the support gets unraveled. Fame and Flit, a kill apiece. Again, it is these two who have been successful in opening the B site, and Perfecto is going to have to now hold on for dear life. The match is on the line, and the first kill's clean. Electronic picks one up on the other side of the map. We're going back and forth 3v3.
That's a bad smoke. That's a really bad smoke. Flit's going to take full advantage.
But they're not following through. James starts to walk this back bottom middle. Oh, we're going to get weird, huh?
Yeah, but this is just the amount of... even if Flit shows his gun, this makes it really complicated for the CTs to figure out how they fight back.
Electronic could get smoked off at a moment's notice. It's going to be the big tall smoke too. Molly. That's going to reveal Flit's position, and that's a huge amount of damage. 60 health gone off the Molly. Perfecto forced to change positions. James wins the duel. Electronic, it's a single frag, that's it. Flit got out of dodge, came back in, and trades out his captain. It needs to be the clutch from Axile, or Virtus.pro will lock in a group grand final. Guaranteed a chance to play for Blast Spring Finals in London. Guaranteed revenge over Cloud9 for their Thunderpick loss at the tail end of 2023. Full kit of utility. Let's see it, Axile. He's gonna open the smoke. Doesn't get the shot though, and the nade just drops him to 40. He's chasing James from here to the end of time, but time is against him. That bomb ticks too fast, and VP moved past Cloud9, topping the group.